Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we are making some keto lemon bars. These are refreshing, they're chewy, they're tangy, they're just so tasty. And I've got a feeling if you bring these to like a party or maybe a barbecue, like the 4th of July is coming up this weekend, if you bring these keto lemon bars to the party, everybody there is gonna have a hard time believing these are low carb keto lemon bars. That's how good they are. And each one of these lemon bars, they just have 3 net carbs, which is pretty crazy. That said, let's get right into the good stuff. Make some healthy keto lemon bars. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is make the crust for our lemon bars. And to make that, we're going to cut up 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of salted butter, add it to a small dish, and then melt it in our microwave for around 20 to 30 seconds. Then when we've got the butter melted, we're going to add it to a medium-sized bowl. Now, the next thing we're going to do is separate a large egg yolk from its white and then add the yolk to the bowl as well. We're also going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract in there and then whisk all those ingredients together until they're combined. Once that's looking good, we're going to start adding the dry ingredients for the crust, and the first of which is going to be almond flour. So we want to add just less than a cup or 100 grams of it to our bowl. Okay, now that we've added that, we're also going to add a little sweetness to our keto crust, and we're going to do that without adding any calories or carbs by using 3 heaping tablespoons or 30 grams of confectioner swerve. Then, when we've got that added to our bowl, we're going to use a spatula to mix all those ingredients together until a crumbly consistency forms. Once it does, we're going to get out an 8x8 baking dish and coat the bottom and sides of the dish with a little water. So now that we've got our dish prepped, we're going to add some parchment paper to it, coat it with baking spray, and then add our crumbly crust to it. Then at this point, we'll want to use our hands to press the crust out evenly in the dish. Okay, so now that we've got that looking pretty even, we're going to pop that in the oven and bake it for around 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Now, while our crust is cooking, we're going to make the low-carb keto lemon filling for the lemon bars. And as you're seeing here, the first thing we'll want to do is add 3 large eggs to a medium-sized bowl. Then the next thing we're going to do is juice some lemons. That said, I highly recommend using a wire strainer to help you do this. It'll just catch any of those annoying lemon seeds as you add the juice to the bowl. Now, for today's keto lemon bars recipe, we're gonna juice 3 medium-sized lemons, and that'll end up being about 80 to 90 grams of lemon juice. Also, I highly recommend zesting half of one of those lemons and adding that into the bowl as well for some added lemony flavor to your keto lemon bars. Anyways, once we've taken care of that, we're gonna use a fork to whisk those ingredients together until they combine, and then once they combine, we can start adding the dry ingredients. The first of which is going to be about 2/3 of a cup or 100 grams of confectioner swerve. Once we've added that to our bowl, we're also going to add just less than a cup or 105 grams of almond flour as well. Then when we've got all that added, we're going to get out our spatula and mix all those ingredients together until they're well combined and creamy. Now, at this point, the crust should be finishing up par baking in the oven, so we want to get that out of there and let it cool down for a few minutes before adding our filling to the top of it. That said, once the crust cools a bit, we can start pouring the filling on it and then pop the dish back in the oven for about 20 minutes. You'll know the lemon bars are done when the edges just start to pull away from the parchment paper and the middle is just ever so slightly jiggly. Anyways, at this point, we'll want to let our keto lemon bars cool down a little bit before we add them to our fridge to chill for an hour or 2. Then, once our low-carb lemon bars have chilled, want to use a wire strainer to sift some confectioner swerve on top of the bars and then cut them into 9 servings. And that is how to make keto lemon bars. These are chewy, they're tangy, they're refreshing, and they're just so good. I hope you guys enjoy them. As always, for more info on today's keto lemon bar recipe, check out the video description below. Have a great day.